And people, episode 6. We be right back, y'all, with Kenobi episode 6. I just start the gosh darn show. And people, we are here. I'm not the tribal chief of staff. I am Vader Kenobi. And I am joined by Anime is Us, me too, Mike the second it is. What's going on, sir?
Amazing. This is the best episode.
And what else is going to come from you?
This is actually the best one.
We know that. You're going to say that. But also join us today from disclosures or locations undisclosed, if you will.
We'll call it parts unknown. That's what
parts unknown. What's going on? The executive consultant not being so executive today.
Yeah, I'm feeling, kind of lost here. I'll have the executive consultants on. I'm not in a normal studio. There are no plants around me. It's a little tough, but I saw Star Wars. Oh, you bragging. Okay. I saw Star Wars Obi Wan-Kenobi episode 6, and I said, you can't have the episode without the true executive consultant here. So I'm here, and I want to talk a little Star Wars Obi Wan-Kenobi. Join with people who never seen Star Wars in their life, but we're not going to hold that against her.
Like never, ever.
He's never watched Star Wars in her life. This is what she told me when I told her I had to do this. She's like, I never saw it before.
Well,
maybe she's not.
Some people American. Okay. Well, Obi Wan-Kenobi episode 6, y'all, the series finale. I mean, what did you think about it? We know that Mike the second here from Anime As Us said, best of all time. We're going to catch you guys up. What's been going on is what's been happening. Princess Leia has been kidnapped by the Inquisitor. More importantly, the third sister trying to get her hands on Obi-Wan Kenobi to get him to lure him out for that Darth Vader can revenge on him. And then for her to retract some revenge, if you will, so to speak, on Darth Vader himself. This leads us into this wild and crazy world of, force chokes and all those kind of things like that. But we found this adorable Princess Leia. I mean, adorable little Princess Leia that is. And they find her. They get her home safe. But before that happens, you have to get to this episode. And I'm gonna say the same thing there, executive something my son said. By far, this was the best episode. I mean, if for no other reason at all, this right here. Obi got his name back. No longer Ben Kenobi. Obi-Wan got his name back. I'm going to start with you, Mike. The second Anime Is Us. Your thoughts just so far on what you saw in episode 6.
Definitely. Yes, he definitely deserved his name back. He lost it before because he watched everything happen and didn't do anything. He did exactly what he had to do and he kicked his butt with rocks. He used the Wayne "The Rock" Johnson to beat up Darth Vader.
Okay, look at you throwing out wrestling puns. I mean, as you said, and as we've been, as fans of us, and have been saying, he lost his name. Like, how can you be Obi-Wan? I mean, he's been getting his butt kicked from solar system to solar system. Now, all of a sudden, as he gets buried by rocks himself, he comes back. Vader's like, oh, I see your strength has returned. Now, I do have a little problem with that. Like, out of nowhere, all of a sudden, now you're strong. Okay, but hey, I don't care. I'm not one of them who complains about that kind of stuff. It was amazing to see. I mean, Jesus. Vader, who has stolen every movie line, it feels like a movie, every scene he has been in until this fight scene? Do I say that? Executive Consulting, your thoughts so far on episode 6, the finale?
Okay, so... And I'm glad the Mark is not here because the rain cloud will pop up. But it was not the best one, not by far. Anything, I think I will rank it number 6 because it wasn't where it needed to be. Let me paint a picture for you, okay?
I think the rain cloud popped up, just not over your head.
The episode 5 ended with third sister, right? Looking like she's at death's door, but she's finding out about, the little boy being... the child of Vader, right? Vader gets in the ship, prepare my ship for arrival, all that crap. And Luke and everybody else is running away. In the midst of this chase, somehow third sister gets into a plane and goes all the way to Tatooine, right? And starts to try to attack and kill this little boy, right? I had a problem with that. right? While they were recreating the little scene where the Star Destroyer is trying to destroy this little small ship, but for some reason it can't seem to destroy this little
Listen,
small ship.
that was really funny. But it's like I was watching Spaceballs.
Exactly. Like it was a little too forced for me because they were trying to set up so much about this battle between these two middle-aged men. Right? And the reason how come I call them middle-aged men because they were going fast and furious in episode 3. Right? In episode 4, they were going slow and old age. This was about the middle, and they added some Magneto into it. I see what you're saying. I like what you're saying. I don't disagree with you saying he got his name back. I get that. I agree with that. Except for the fact my man kind of female dogged it out because he should have killed Vader, right? That's what the high ground was for and everything like that. Vader's going to go on to be responsible for more death because the man has no cut cards. More death, and you had a chance to end this guy. That's what you want, right? I want to end this. I want to end this. It has to come down between me. But because you got to have episode 4, I can't end this. The way it was going, you would think that he would have killed him. And he did. And like I said, I understand for the storyline purposes. However, it has to, I told you this before, it has to evenly make sense to me. And it did not make sense going into episode 4. That's my problem with it. You asked me on grade, we were doing thumbs up and thumbs down, which I think you'll see what my thing is. Okay. But I still say this was not.
I don't think this leads us into episode 4. I don't think this leads to episode. I think there's still much more to go in this galaxy and in this fight between the two of them.
How many times did they have to fight?
Well, I mean, how many times did Megatron fight Optimus Prime? How many times have the Joker fought Batman? How many times has Superman fought Lex? That's their history. That's their dance partners, to use a wrestling term.
The same way, I will destroy you.
Yeah, they needed that scene. They needed to see Anakin Hayden Christensen in the Darth Vader suit. So that's what that scene was about. But it just takes. I don't know. I just feel like it takes away because it takes away from that special fight that happens in episode 4. Even though it was slow and simple, it was the first lightsaber fight officially, so I understand why. But I just feel like it takes away from it. So that's my only gripe with it.
Well, again, we're looking back at episode 4. We're looking at somewhere 30, 40, close to 40 years ago when that movie came out, okay? So it's not hard to beat that first fight. I don't think it's hard to beat that first fight. Michael, your take on, he mentioned... I thought Third Sister stole every scene, every role she's ever been in, other than with Vader, except for this episode, and it wasn't her fault. Because, as you were alluded to there, executive consultant, we do know the outcome of a lot of these things. So, again, watching that scene where, I'll play it again. Conflict of whether she's going to kill baby Luke or not, we kind of all know you're not, right? So, other than that, I had no problem with this episode. Michael, your take so far on what you saw in this episode, and give us some feedback on, Third Sister and things like that as well.
Yeah, I really, yes, it's amazing. However, it was kind of confusing when it was so dark, when Owen was fighting Reva. I had no idea what really happened. Like, I get that he hit her with the weird hole, but yeah, that was cool. But it was kind of hard to see what happened. And then she smacked him in the face with a rock. What is with all the rock throwing? Like,
they're on a rock planet. Tatooine's all rocky.
Is everyone in this?
I'm with you, Mike. There was a lot of rock.
I mean, Pokemon. Everyone here is a rock type.
Right.
Did you say Pokemon?
It's perfect. And
there was a lot of rock throwing. He's right. It was like everybody there was a center because everybody wanted to cast the first stone, or they weren't. I completely agree with you, Mike, too.
Amazing.
I looked at this, and for me, it was dang near the best thing I've seen. And again, I personally think this series is the greatest thing in Disney Plus's history. I think it surpassed WandaVision.
I can agree with you.
And I don't think nothing. And again, we bring up how old this franchise is. Again, we're talking generations here, just us. We're 3 different generations, even though we're not family, besides my son and I. But we're 3 different generations and ages that have saw this film. Okay, and watch this franchise over these years, and it's still going to go. I can see my son having children, and hey, you guys got to watch Star Wars. You know what I'm saying? But I look at this, and for me personally, just simply Vader's screaming. was just. You ever watch Talladega Nights? If you ever watch Talladega Nights, anybody watch Talladega Nights? There's this scene where my girl who plays Superstar, she's like, "Oh, when the cars go by and the vibrations," it's like, "Oh, what am I gonna do?" That's how I felt hearing Obi-Wan's voice mixed in with the Vader tune. Like I just felt like that's editing, that's movies, that's Hollywood at its finest, giving you that you felt Anakin. And when you mentioned executive consultant picking on, well, what would you think in Obi-Wan? You let him live. You know what he's gonna do. Obi-Wan still conflicted. The man was in tears. He literally, and all I thought was you saying how he foamed it in 4 episodes back. Well, he ain't doing nothing for this role. That man was in tears. Oh my God, Anakin. What the heck did I do to you? And I'm mad because I had the clip and it's gone. And I love what Anakin said. He said, "You didn't kill Anakin. I did." I thought those, and it made me come back to what we used to do here on Unpopular. That's have quotes, right? What's your quotables? I thought this episode had so many quotables. And especially that one right there. I love that line. "You did not kill Anakin. I did." But you're right. You can't have powers like this. And then struggle the old man like Obi-Wan being Kenobi, because you was whooping this man's butt from pillar to post. But again, that's why I love Hollywood.
And he buried him alive.
He buried him alive.
Alive.
And he's sitting there with the Force, right? And I'm sorry, I've watched this episode like 3 times. I just thought it was absolutely phenomenal. Listen, we're gonna take a break, guys. We're gonna come right back. This impromptu, get it out there to you guys show for Obi-Wan, because we know y'all watched it. We know y'all wait on our reviews and our opinions and reactions, so we gave them to you. If y'all have not caught some of the shows this past week on Unpop Review, here go a few, and go check out the rest also on Unpop Review Entertainment. You see the logos, you see where they are. Subscribe, like, and all that good stuff. We'll be right back.
Sometimes I wish I had just one day to feel like a real ogre again.
Well, why didn't you say so? Magical transactions are my specialty.
All right, what's the catch?
You gotta give a day to get a day. That's all.
Oh, no. All right, Rumple. This wasn't part of the deal.
Silly little ogre. Everything's changed. I'm king now. I've never seen you before in my life.
It's me, your best friend.
Help! I've been kidnapped by a deranged ogre!
Don't you know? I'm so happy I found you.
Where did we find that guy?
Puss? Feed me, if you dare. DreamWorks Shrek Forever After.
Hello?
Cujo!
Ladies, gentlemen, with that being said, and with that being said, people, with that being said, guys, with that being said, of all time, but with that being said, guys, with that being said, we'll be right back. We'll be right back, and we're back. Right there. I guess I said that every episode, my Lord.
Yes.
Oh, yes. Don't just, wow, my own son.
You did say it a lot. I didn't even know you were going to play that. I was supposed to be surprised.
I actually thought it was like one of the clips of other coming up shows. But listen, guys, make sure you go out. Listen, Unpop Review, we're doing everything. Make sure, listen, and I know I haven't got out there publicly to our team yet, but listen, we know Elvis is out there. We know Thor is coming. We got Toy Story. We got Buzz Lightyear. We got a bunch of reviews coming from you guys down the pipeline. It's just so many things coming out, and we're so thin this summer. Getting to everything, we will get to you guys. Go back, check out, and watch all the older shows. We just did the top 10. It was so big, we couldn't do 5. Top 10 sitcoms of all time. Question is, where did this rank?
I've only won them once, and they split at the sides.
Well, let me explain. See, it's just like an elevator. There's a 2-ton weight limit on this shit.
We're going. Aren't you open?
Sorry, ma'am, but unlike your mouth, we occasionally close.
See? I told you I was a 4.
No, ma'am. 4 is what you'll have to yell when the shoe pops off your foot.
Where does Married with Children rank? If you don't know today, it would not be allowed. But hell, I don't know. They're overturning Roe versus Wade, so anything is possible for all I know.
That show would be canceled so fast.
So fast. Would that be? Oh my God! You hear how he's talking? Oh my God! That is not crazy. Here's one thing I don't like about this episode. I did say I didn't like Third Sister's part, and again, that wasn't her fault. What I've always never liked about Darth Vader, as badass as he is,
I serve only you, my master.
He loves calling one person master to the next person master to the next person master. Like, dang, Vader, get some uber testicular fortitude, if you will.
Well, you know, he wanted to overthrow Darth Sidious.
Yeah,
but it was nice to see Darth Sidious. It was nice to see Qui-Gon. I thought I was not expecting to see Darth Sidious, but I think it was very, very fitting, especially if that's how they truly want to close that chapter, which we don't know. But if that is, that was a nice way.
No, they're saying, and I'm with you on this one, right? Because just like the Joker movie has been a one-off, and we now know that they're greenlit it, the second Joker movie, which again, he was Arthur Fleck, not the Joker. Just putting it out there. Okay, so we know that's going. I think this was too big, too popular to not come back. I know that they're saying it's a one-off series, but I really, really doubt that. Unless, and this is where I think they can do some things here, you Disney Plus fans, because we do know there's other Star Wars ventures coming out down the pipeline. Maybe they'll weave their way into this somehow and put this in there. And because again, I go back to Rogue One, which is one of my favorite Star Wars films. Okay, highly underrated. I didn't think they could ever pull that movie all the way they did with the CGI and the things they did, but they did. So listen, Disney and what they do, I think anything is possible. But we're going to cut this right here. We're going to ask everybody right here, thumbs up, thumbs down, and your final thoughts on Kenobi, which I call Vader Kenobi series. Starting with you, Michael II. Your thoughts about the entire series, and then give me your thumbs up or thumbs down, which we already know what your thumbs is.
Okay. You know what? You already know what I'm going to choose because I like all of it. However, I like it a lot. I like it. I like it more than Boba Fett, and I like it more than Mandalorian. Which is funny because I thought nothing was fresh on Mandalorian, and this definitely did.
And you know what?
Even though Mandalorian has the boy, the amazingness that is Baba Yoda. I mean, Grogu. And I like at the end that he said the hello there. I mean, it's amazing.
First of all, props to you pulling out props. Okay, as you pull up Baby Grogu like amazing. That.
He deserves the screen time.
He does deserve a screen. And I'm with you. I didn't think nothing could beat Mandalorian. Right? And even when the world was loving Mandalorian, I was being me, maybe not. Yeah. It's not that good. You just watch and go, that really is that good. Right? I do think this is the best thing that Disney Plus has come out with. Thumbs up or thumbs down, Michael II on this episode.
Whoa.
We knew that already. We'll just go ahead and give you mine also. Thumbs up in that. But before I give you that final thumbs up, my thoughts of this series, but I've already said that. I've already chimed in on what he was saying. Best there is in business, in my opinion. And I will not do this show without showing you Vader's power one more time as well, because Darth Vader, I don't think it's even questionable or arguable. I think it's a distant two, whoever that is. Next to him is the greatest villain in movies, cinema history.
And that is why you will always lose.
Which is so funny because Vader always loses versus Luke cutting off his hand. He gets one victory, y'all, and that's when he finally kills Obi-Wan in episode 4. That is the man's only victory because he gets his face cut off. He's angry, and Palpatine can feel he's obsessed with trying to kill Obi-Wan. He's just obsessed with it, and I think it's absolutely hilarious. Executive Sultan's final thoughts and thumbs up or thumbs down, my brother.
You were born what defeat would bring.
That scene right there will always make this. We have to agree with you that this was the best series Disney Plus ever did. I didn't watch Mandalorian, but I love
just for that forced choke.
I love that. I played it every episode since that episode came out. I love. You see, it's still in there. Yeah. I love.
I didn't notice that it was still in there.
I try to incorporate that into some wrestling episodes. I don't know, but Anyway, so here's my thing.
I want the force kung fu back. That's still the best thing ever. That man beat that girl without even trying, as you said. Like, here you go, take your weapon.
I think it was a little too much force in this last fight between Obi-Wan and I'm sorry, Obi-Wan and Anakin. A little too much force. You just showed that when he was like, "You'll always be there," and then they started burying each other. I don't care. And so then they have all the rocks. It was just too much, But it was fine. I thought this was the worst episode of them. However,
I got to close my mouth.
every episode to me gets a thumbs up, and this episode also gets a thumbs up. It was still very thoroughly enjoyable. It was thoroughly entertaining. I did like the episode. I just don't rank it up there with the rest of them. But it's not as distant of a
compared to maybe the third episode.
Possible. It's let me put it this way. It's ranked number 6, but number 6 from number 5 to number 4 to number 3, number 2, number 1 is in a far distance. Okay. Like Austin Powers 3 to Austin Powers 2. It's like Austin Powers 1, Austin Powers 2,
and then where the heck did 3 come from? Yeah.
Exactly. Understand what I mean when I say it. It was still an enjoyable series. It was still an enjoyable show. I did like it. Gets a thumbs up. I recommend it for any Star Wars fan who has not seen it. I recommend it for anybody who has not seen Star Wars but need to go out their way and go out there and watch Star Wars instead of just trying to figure out why they can't go to the club without boots or shoes or something like that. Anyway, that's just my personal opinion.
Hey, and you're entitled to it. Guys, make sure you guys come back as well to check out our Miss Marvel episode 4. That's 3 can happen already this week. Go back and watch 1, 2, and 3. I'm actually loving Miss Marvel right now. I think it's completely underrated under the Marvel shows. Also, currently right now on UPR Gaming, okay, we have the gaming team out there right now. I believe they're playing Left for Your Honor, I believe, right now. We also had last night the top 5 football movies, which, by the way, if you have not heard this episode, this man said, and I quote, when it comes to getting the skins, ladies, he put on Remember the Titans. Okay, so make sure you go check out that show and find out where he ranked Remember the Titans in the show. Michael, any final words we got here today, Mr. Anime Is Us? When's the next time there's a show for anime?
Yes, I am very, very happy that I was here. Also, I am very, very happy that the executive consultant gave it a thumbs up. Because if he didn't, I'd have to hypnotize you with the Grogu. I'm going to be very angry. I'm going to call you the head. Yes, that's exactly what would happen. I would semi-slice with a lightsaber that I don't have.
You know what? If you did that, I would ask you to do it in an anime way so I have plenty of time to run because you'll still be charged up.
Or just if you start screaming for you attack, he can run because you know you're coming. Yeah. Why did you cut off my hand? That's why I don't like anime. But with that being said, executive consultant, any final thoughts we got here as well, my brother?
No, just make sure that you subscribe to all our channels. Whether it's Perfect Plex Radio, whether it's Unpopular Review Wrestling, Unpopular Review Entertainment, Unpopular Review Sports, Unpopular Review Gaming. We have what you need. And with that being said, back to you, Vader Kenobi.
We out of here, y'all. Peace.